Sasa imefikaje hapa? Imefikaje kwa Fanama ni best yako ndio alitumia na nikimbuka 29th tulikuwa usi. Sasa huwezi kuniambia ati kuna mtu you are with you all day. Huwezi kuniambia kuna mtu alikuwa na phone yako.
Because this one person, I wouldn't have thought that he would have done what is, basically has happened here. He's actually my best friend.
Hodari. Ngoja kidogo baba. Ukiniona hivi, know that we are bringing you best news with Hodari. Phase 1 is gone, Phase 2 is gone, Phase 3 is gone, na saizi mavijana tuko Phase 4. Good news to all mavijana, we are now privileged with Hodari to bring you the best offers of a prime plot of 50 by 100. Imagine with 90,000 Kenya shillings only, or a deposit of 15,000 shillings and an installment of 115,000 Kenya shillings, you earn yourself a prime plot in Malindi of 50 by 100. Unangoja nini mazee? Na usishinde unauliza is it real? Many people have earned from it. Ndio maana Phase 1 imeenda, many people have bought farms in Malindi. Tumeuza Matu, tukauza Nyaururu, tukauza Thika, na saizi tuko Malindi bado. Grab yourself the opportunity, call the following numbers, and don't forget that every Saturday is site visit. Mavijana saizi tusilege, it's our time kushine. Kusema ni title deed. Hodari Homes, Toji amini. Mambo vipi kama kawaida, this Comrades Flavor, your number one Comrade online TV, where we educate, we entertain, and most importantly, we empower. Guys, if you're new here, you know we do it. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to share. Road to 200,000 subscribers as we continue giving you content after content. And most importantly, ensuring that we sensitize as many people as possible, because you never know. Today it's us on this bench, tomorrow it could be you, and these are not stories, these are things that happen in reality. So whenever you are getting in love, in relationship, be ready, but most importantly, stay awoke. Learn from those who are there, those who are out of it, and those who are surviving or enjoying it. Nothing for granted, every little thing matters. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much. I'm with my guest hapa, Baba Junior. After a very sad encounter, mambo ni mengi. Sitataka kuongea on his behalf because he's here. Nitakuwa namuuliza, we have a candid discussion as men. We want to learn 1, 2, 3. And we want to understand, what do women want? Because that question up to now, mkubwa nimeshindwa kujibu. What do women want? Karibu sana kwenye show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for even the viewers out there. Thank you so much. Once again, I'm back here with my friend. And it's so unfortunate that I didn't expect that this would have happened. But it's my hope that what I'm going to share shall be of importance to someone out there. But I'm so shocked still. I'm not myself. I'm trying to get myself together. But I'm just hoping that things will be okay. But I'm just heartbroken so much at the moment.
So I want to get direct to questions. Kwanza, can someone ask, do you understand Swahili?
Yes. I was raised in Coast, my friend.
You were raised in Coast?
I was
Hebu
raised
pika
in
Kiswahili
Coast.
kidogo, at least waone lugha umebobea vile nafaa.
Nimebobea kiasi. Mimi nimelelewa Coast, nimelelewa Mombasa. Actually tumeishi Shimanzi. Tulianza nikiwa mtoto kabisa, mdogo kabisa nikiwa nasari. Tumeishi Soweto, side za Likoni. Then tukakuja tukahama nikifika sasa hapo class 4, 5. Tukahama tukaenda, not even class 4, I mean darasa la 3. Tukarudi place inaitwa Majengo, Sega. Then sasa after kufika hapo hatukukaa sana. Then from class 6 onwards tukahamia tukaenda Shimanzi.
Wow.
Shimanzi Mombasa, karibu na Makande. Kuna mahali panaitwa Makande.
Sasa mimi maisha yangu
maisha yangu mimi nimelelewa Mombasa.
Wow.
Huku Nairobi nimekuja tu, well, okay, nilipitia kitambo kidogo, lakini sijaishi Nairobi. Kuna itu shughuli kidogo tukaenda kwa sababu shida tulirudi nyumbani kidogo. Na ndio tena nimejipata hapa Nairobi. Hapa sasa ni kwa sababu tu masaibu kidogo, shida anti yangu mgonjwa. Tumekuja sasa kumwangalia peko hapa Kenyatta. Hiyo ndio tumetufikisha hapa Nairobi sasa.
Wow.
Yes.
Hata Kiswahili unapiga sanifu hadi naogopa. Yaani lugha umebobea vilivyo.
Si sana.
So speaking of which, mimi utaniruhusu na mimi.
Okay.
Speaking of which, kulikuwa na shida uliniambia your aunt ako admitted. How is she faring our things?
Okay, well, my aunt, she's not so, her condition has not yet improved. You see, they've said that it's cancer. They're trying to establish it, but as it is, they've established it as cancer. Na hiyo imenimove sana. In fact, I've spent a lot. In fact, that is what is now, that has shaken me. I've spent a lot. We don't know what will come out of her. I mean, but it's just our prayer that things will be okay. Medication and everything, I've spent a lot, but it's my hope that she'll get fine.
Wow, thanks for your strength, Maze.
Yes.
We may say that maybe you are the strongest man of the year because so much has happened within a short time.
I'm telling you.
And I'm pretty sure this one hell of a month, maybe you will forever document it on your diary.
This one is printed in my heart. I don't know how it's going to be erased, but it's just the lowest moment of my life, the lowest part. I don't know, I've never faced such a crisis. It's too much to handle.
I'm really sorry for it. So getting into the elephant in the room.
Yes.
Tuko hapa wewe na tuko hapa na Mama Junior.
Yes.
Maybe unaweza tuambie ulikutana na Mama Junior, because we always love it when we understand the genesis of this thing.
Well, excuse me. I remember because you see, I'm an electrician by profession. I remember that time. Okay, we were in Mombasa actually, and we went to do a job somewhere. And then of course it was during lunch times. Of course, you have to go and eat and everything. We went to a hotel, nearby hotel. That is where I met her. She was actually working as a waitress. Yes. The first time we met, we, of course, faces, eyes, blah, blah. We saw each other. And then I remember the next day, because you see our site is a bit distant from where the hotel is located. So I remember I told her, there was a friend of her, actually a colleague who she was working with, that if I can have one of the numbers, so that when we are basically in the lunchtime approaches, we can just call them to bring us food to the site. That was where I got her number. Before you know it, we started flirting, developed to something else, and we ended up together.
Wow.
Yes, but in a hotel.
So one question.
Yes.
How can you describe the person you met then?
I'm telling you, see, well, a very active lady, very committed, and I can say respectable or respectful, because she really served. That day, I remember she served me so well. I felt so good the way she served her, and I saw something in her which made me conclude that she can be a wife material. She's a good person. And so basically that was what drew me to her. She was hardworking, and then she looked mature to me. And yeah, just like that, and we ended up together.
You ended up together. Early phases, maybe your journey, your early phases in marriage, when you decided now you want to marry her, you paid your dowry, you completed everything.
Yes, I remember very well. You see, because we met first, okay, as we were raised in a Christian family. And initially I was a bit not so sure if we were going to make it, because it was so soon that she came to my house. We started living together. Then, of course, I noticed that she was into revelry, this partying spirit was in her. But because we were trying it, later on, after we came to learn of, there's this church ministry, which basically has a TV station. Basically, we were the lessons basically that we got from there changed her, and then I started going to church, and then her realizing that I'm also a Christian guy, she started changing, because she did not have a prayer life. She was spiritually zero, if I may say, yeah. So that one encouraged me. I had hopes that she might change, or she can change. And of course, I used to pray for her. Then I noticed it. The prayer spirit caught up with her. She started being very spiritual. In fact, she was arguing and complaining. Whenever I miss going to church, she would argue, saying that I've started now deteriorating spiritually. And then we just started working like that. And that is what now like impressed me like the most in her. Her lifestyle, she changed it totally from the world to the spiritual realm.
To the spiritual.
Yes, and that was now, basically that is what now just took me to her.
Wow.
Yes.
So those are early times. Those are the first 3 years in that.
Yeah, first 2 years, if I may say.
Then when did things started changing?
Now,
Because I heard you said,
yes,
if I remember well, you said that you had suspected.
I had suspected. I remember very well. But that is after COVID. You see, initially things were smooth. But then when COVID came and like basically hit us, things started going bad. And financial strength, or basically, yeah, so financially, I personally, a bit I wasn't that stable. That is when I noticed it. She started, these funny behaviors, as if she was not satisfied. I mean, and then at the same time, like she's not having any, she's not trusting me again, not having hopes and trust that maybe I can still, like sustain the family. That was when I started noticing some weird behaviors, calls that were coming in, but you are not sure whether they are coming from men outside or friends, but the way she was picking them was a bit suspicious. Because at times someone can call him, you can hear the voice is from a man. Of course, you're not hearing what they're saying. You just hear, okay, it's a manly voice, but then she's picking it outside. At times the guy calls, anamweka on hold, ama anakata alafu anampigia baadaye, ama anasema saizi anafanya shughuli, unipigie baadaye. But then unashindwa sasa, because mimi I usually take my calls, before her, in her presence. I don't hide anything. My colleagues call me. We do everything in the open. Before, she used to do that. Her friends call her. She picks the phone. She's okay. But ikafikia mali sasa akipiga simu ama akipigiwa simu, unaona simu inaweza pigwa ili asishike. So unajua, because your level of trust has really risen, you can't start questioning. Anza kumuuliza ni aje, mbona hiyo simu ushiki? Tena ataanza kuona ni kama unaanza kumuona yuko, and then make a judgment, sema jambo tena niamini aje. Sasa nikaanza tu kuvumilia, but the feeling was there. That strangeness was just too much.
This is just after COVID.
That is after COVID. And then I remember there was a time they moved, walienda nyumbani kidogo, and then wakarudi. Sasa after kurudi hapo sasa ndio nikakuwa sasa she's so suspicious. Yani unaona tu there is something that is happening, but because you've developed your trust on, the faith of Christ, you can't just start ambushing out questions. But I was praying. I remember I used to pray a lot. I have prayed. Of course, at times I end up fasting, hoping that things will change. Unfortunately, maybe they didn't change, because that time, the other episode, I didn't think that would have happened. That was
the least.
The least thing. In fact, I wouldn't have thought that such a thing could have happened.
So before even we get to yesterday, I want to understand something. So you people, during COVID, were you still in Mombasa or Siaya?
No.
When was the transition from Mombasa to Siaya?
Okay, when COVID started, we were in Mombasa still.
Yeah.
For ilikuwa, and then it went for almost around 6 months in Mombasa together there, with, of course, the boy. And then, excuse me,
Sorry.
where now things gotten worse. Now ikabidi sasa kaenda nyumbani kidogo, at least aende kula kaka na mama kidogo, as I'm struggling to put things together, at least nipate makazi, ndio sasa tukishakuwa stable arudi. That happened, of course. A bit kuna kazi zilitokea, some small contracts I did, and then we were a bit stable, tukakuwa naye, alafu sasa ndio tena tukarudi sasa Nyanza. Sasa kurudi Nyanza ndio sasa our aunt. And I'm telling you, it's mistrust and faithfulness, and then cancer, the aunt now. So you want to be stable, and you also require to now sustain, like basically your aunt is an obstacle. You are the one who's being looked up to,
The breadwinner.
the breadwinner. So a lot, and then jobs are not forthcoming. So you're just so much stressed, but you're praying, hoping that things are going to be better. So that one shook me a lot. And then you expect, because she's a very, very spiritual person. She's even in the praise and worship team in church. So because of that, you expect that she might be the first person to understand. You expect that she understands you better. She feels what you're going through. She's supposed to support you in all corners and everything, but unfortunately, that seemingly was not the case.
So now getting to the elephant in the room.
Yes.
After you said that you are going to sort these things, did you bother checking the person who texted those texts, the source of the text?
Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm just out of words, because this one person, I wouldn't have thought that he would have done what is, basically has happened here. He's actually my best friend.
Your best friend.
My best friend. We've been in, like my friend in Mombasa. Let me not mention his name, but he's someone who went through a lot. I remember basically he broke up with a wife. They went separate ways, and were out of their relationship or marriage, so to speak, for 2 good years. His wife went with a kid. It's a lady kid. Her name is, I can't remember the name. But after 2 good years, when I came to learn of it, because he was ready to separate completely, to just quit the relationship with his wife, basically. So I really, really encouraged him. We tried so much, we put so much effort to have them reconcile. I remember I took him to his place, rather where, her wife's, or rather his wife's place. We went there. I remember we was along us, we took a pastor, and there was this counselor, a lady person. We went together to reconcile them. I remember we prayed. The wife was so resistant. She did not want to come back. But we just, we just talked them into it. So I can't imagine that, or rather it was the least guy I would have thought that would have done such a thing. We prayed. We made 3 attempts. The first one, the family members, the wife's side, resisted. They say that after what happened basically, because they were saying that they were saying that the offense was with the man. This friend of mine. We reconciled them. We tried to talk. 3 repeated times we went. The last one we went, and then 3 weeks later, the lady, gave in, and then she came back, and they are now together. So, and because of that, he became even better, or most best friend because of that. And then he's someone who has supported me a lot. At times I remember there were challenges that I was going through that he basically rescued me out of. At times financial, he assisted. So he's one person that I took very seriously, most important in my circle of friends. Now coming to realize or to learn that he was involved in this, I was so terrified. And I was so shaken. Hata sijui naweza kuanza kuelezea aje, because siamini, naona ni kama ni movie. Ni kama
best friend time ulikuja Nairobi ndio ulikuwa una stay kwake?
No. Nikiwa coast, nikiwa coast tumekuwa naye huko. Sasa huku unajua vile nimekaa huku tuna stay kwa aunti yangu. Okay, yani unajua tuko kwake na ilikuwa takana tu ikuwe ni brief. Sasa hapa Nairobi mimi ni mgeni kabisa. Sasa sijioni na watoto, sina relative hapa Nairobi. Sasa after hiyo incident tumezuzana sana na bibi. Bila kuambia mtoto pia tumepeleka nyumbani. Bibi sasa tumezuzana mpaka saa hizi. Nimeudhika, silali hata nyumbani kwa aunti yangu. Nalala sasa kwa lounge, kwa guest house. I'm confused. I don't know.
Trying to process things.
I'm not, sijielewi yani. Bado nafikiria vile sijui nianze nichukue direction gani. But yani niko sijui hata nisemaje yani. I'm so shaken, my brother. I'm so shaken. This friend of mine, nimempigia simu. Kuna time nimejaribu nikapiga na private number kushika. Nikapiga namba ya rafiki yangu hakushika. Sasa I don't know, sijui kama anajua, I don't know. Ashiki, saizi simu washiki. Sasa sijui kama bibi sijui yani sasa.
Sijui hata kama ameongea.
Lakini fani nimempigia na namba yangu hajashika.
Is your wife even remorseful?
I can't tell. All she's saying is it was someone.
Sijui cousin, sijui text who.
Yani hata haieleweki, nakwambia rafiki yangu, haieleweki. Mimi tu nataka tu mwanzo nijigada mwanzo. And then see the next course of action that I'm going to take. But because of the kid, mtu yetu saizi ndo at least si overreact. Because the boy, I'm so much attached to the boy. I've thought so much about separation, but it's the boy. Junior is the one that is keeping me. Otherwise, I would have separated. It's my hope. It's not my wish that I don't know. Let me pray that I'll get the strength to get back.
Face the issue.
Yes, to face the issue.
If it is.
Yes.
Now, can we say that maybe because of financial constraints that started creating change, can I assume, because you have experience, I've not been into relationship or into marriage per se, let me use the word marriage. So can we say that maybe during those times when things were nice, things were good, she was good?
Very, very good.
When things changed during the down part, she parted ways with the down part.
Okay, what I can say is this. Initially, because I remember there were times that we faced the low moments, and she seemed like someone who can support you even when you're down. In fact, hizo ndo zile vitu ambazo zilifanya nikaanza kumuona mtu wa maana sana. Because I remember there was a time that pia kazi ilikuwa kuna. Na I remember there were times we were taking strong tea and some two mandazis. And you're like, okay, she's taking it. At times we are doing skuma, she's okay with it. But then, each time sasa ili nishangaza, because you have this impression or this picture that we've gone through this the other time. So this one, of course, will also go through it. But then you see her it's as if she's not okay with it. She's impatient. At times she's complaining. Pako namwambia, unajua hata kama unaweza complain. If I don't have cash, if I don't have cash, there is nothing I can do. And you can't expect me to go and steal maybe to provide for you. So this little that we're getting, let's make good use of it. But of course, it's just for a moment. This is just a chapter that will pass, just like we passed the previous one. So I expect that ailewe. Lakini unaona, in the process, her attitude is not right, is one thing. Hapo sasa ndio nikaanza kuona, this one we have change. Plus, because I hate to say that, she's not becoming like a hypocrite, because you're reading the word, like I say, she's very spiritual. You read the word, and this is the foundation guide, or foundational guide. You expect her to be guided by the word, but that is not the case.
Actions are different.
Very different from what she's portraying. So I'm confused.
Because I'm trying to understand, could it be maybe she was attracted to something different, to someone different?
You know, I don't know. I don't know if maybe I gave her the impression that I'm maybe rich, or maybe I can get money easily, or maybe she had hopes that maybe I would have, like, basically, financially, maybe grew or something, or grow. Sorry. So it's just hard to say. Maybe it's just hard to say. It's hard to say because I'm not sure if she was in for the money, or she was ready for even the down moments. It's hard to explain. She has given me a totally different character. That level of trust that I had for her is just, it was 70 or 80, if I may say, but now it has come back to 30.
30.
Yes, it has gone back to 30, my friend.
Now, right now we are talking of two families.
I
Your family
don't trust her. Yeah.
and your friend's family. Probably two families are affected here, because if your friend's wife, yes, the same.
It's the same thing.
Things are likely to happen.
And you see, he was the guy that I expected to be with me, like those low moments. So it's as if he was just pretending.
You are betrayed by two people.
Two guys.
Two great people in your life.
My best friend and my life partner, my wife.
Basically, like two great people in your life.
Two great people.
Two best friends, because your wife is also your best friend.
My best friend. Closest person who I share very, very private things with. Hata kuna zile zingine, as husbands and wives, even as much as we're in a family, but there are those things that you can even choose not to tell your wife. But at times you find that this person, let me just be honest with her. You share very deep things with her. I've also done that with my friend, this friend of mine. He knows me like a book. So I feel so betrayed. Very, very betrayed. It's so painful. Very painful, my friend.
If I may ask, do you think by any chance in future you could forgive her?
Well, I can say, okay, as they say, you forgive and forget. Yes, I can forgive. I can forgive because that is our principle. That is our guide. If at all she's repentant, I don't know. Yes, I can forgive. And my Bible says that, or tells me that I'm supposed to forgive her. But when it comes to forgetting, unless I heal, I know this one will take time. This one, let me just be realistic.
Yeah.
There is forgiveness, yes, and then just quick, whatever, and then you forget. But this one will take some time because she'll have to earn my trust again.
I want to assume the worst. Assuming you people go separate ways, could there be any chance that you can fall in love again? Because sometimes nature or life, based on my personal experience,
Yes.
nature or life can create a beast in someone. You are a good person, you gave your all. Then when you end up separating, especially if you have not healed, you are likely to affect the rest.
Yes.
You are likely, the next woman will suffer a problem which one not has.
Yes.
Because trusting the next woman will be hard.
Very, very.
Even if she's trustworthy. There are some signs when you start spotting in her, even if they are just coincidences, you will not be trusting her.
You won't. In fact, any small thing that could rise up will just bring back that picture again.
That picture. So is there a chance in you loving again? If in case you people separate. I'm just assuming the worst. Though God forbid, because I want the best for you guys and I want you to take your time. And most importantly, have someone to talk to.
Yes. Well, let me be honest, my friend, I don't know. Right now, loving again like you see, I love this woman passionately. I don't know. But after what has happened, she has given me this side of, I don't know if it's women who are like that, but I remember some friends of mine have been telling me that, you see, you might have a blissful marriage, your wife might seem or look very loving and loyal, but they can change. I remember an old man told me that, and that, okay, actually he's saying that he's in his third marriage. He's a drunkard, so the first one came and went, the second one, he has judged women to be beasts, saying that they can change, they can bring out that side of them that yani huwezi kudhania unaweza kuwa nayo. Well, I know that one is there. It's my hope that if at all we can end up separating, that I can get someone. And of course, I'll take my time. I'll take my time to see if someone can be worth it to live with me again. But I'll pray. I'll just pray that I get someone that is worthy to be loved and will be loyal and everything. But right now, I'm not so sure that all women, or rather there are those women, as people are saying, that can be loyal enough. To me, you have to earn my trust. You have to prove your loyalty. You just have to earn it. But I don't know. I'm not so sure if I can again relate the way I related before. It will take a lot. It will take a lot for me to have that confidence that this woman truly loves me. Like, even if I don't have cash, she will still love me. I don't think so.
I understand.
I don't think so.
Now, because of time,
Yes.
maybe one last question that I would ask, based on what you've gone through, what can you tell other men outside there? Because men are suffering. I've seen men are crying nowadays.
Excuse me.
And young people like us who want to get into marriage, maybe we are the best target for this.
Excuse me. Well, I'm sorry. Well, what I'll say is that let men not be, or rather, don't rush into marriage. And don't go into marriage just because you see other people, married and maybe they are living their life, maybe it's a lavish life or something. Or don't be influenced by friends. There is that pressure that you can get just because maybe some of your colleagues have gone into marriage or are married, and then you now, you feel like you can just go into it. I would say you take your time. Take your time, make a choice that is very, very informed. And like speaking as a Christian, pray. I would say that. I can say that. You should also take time to pray because our God is faithful. You see, in as much as we can say that we are living life, but let's not deny the fact that God is supreme. Our God is faithful. God can bring you a woman. But take time to study. In your courtship time, don't be in a haste to go into marriage. In a courtship, look for those signs that will prove to you or prove otherwise that this is a wife material. Wow. And of course, don't look at the outward appearance. Don't be like, I need her to be like that, I need her to be beautiful and everything. Looks at times can be deceiving. Yes, you can get a beautiful wife who's very, very loyal. But at the same time, you can get a wife beautiful and everything, but inside, a terrible demon. A terrible demon. One that can, let me just say, a terrible demon.
Wow.
Yes.
Mimi sina mengi ya kusema, guys. Once a wise man has spoken, mine is to update people. This is just a bit of it, and I'm here to call you back, and probably we need to have a counselor to take you through this. So far, so good. Let me just tell these people, see you when you see us. Till next time, guys, adios.